Hey class, Absolute 5 here. So today, going to be a really quick lesson because we want to talk about an interesting notation and it's relative to derivative, but it's the word differentiation. Now we're going to get into what is the differentiation of a notation. So usually we write our notation as y equals f of x, where x is the dependent variable and y is the independent variable. So there is this interesting notation. There's several ways to introduce the differentiation notation. How so? Well, we have the little comma or the apostrophe there that says f prime of x, y prime of x, or just y prime, dy dx, df dx. We also have d over dx, df of x, and lastly d comma f of x. So there's many ways to introduce the differentiation notation because this is the process that helps calculate the derivative of a function. So let's write that out. The symbol d and d over dx are called differentiation operators. Operators meaning addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, those type of operators, but this is something completely different, pun not intended, because they indicate the operation of differentiation. Which is the process of calculating the derivative. So, understanding that when we're talking about the derivative, right, we need a notation for it because eventually we're getting very, very, very close to the process of understanding an easier way to do the derivative rather than that long method of the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Instead of doing it that way, there is going to be easier ways. We're getting very close, but we have to talk about differentiation in the future very soon in the next video. But the idea is that I want to talk specifically more about the notation because the notation, all the notation that we wrote earlier, specifically dy over dx, that notation was introduced by a well-known mathematician / other careers that he did, which I don't know off the top of my head, but his name is Leibniz, where he introduced us this notation, which is a very efficient notation where we're able to use it to calculate the derivative of a function, and it's rather convenient because, well, it has d in its name, so that's why it's a very interesting operator to use when we're using to differentiate a function. Remember, differentiation is the process of calculating the derivative. So think of this as just a notation. Nothing too crazy, it's just a label that just says, okay, when we differentiate, we use this notation, or like how I wrote earlier, when we're differentiating dy dx, or if we're finding the derivative, we we write y prime, there we go. I sound like Elmer Fudd right now. So the idea is when you're differentiating, this is just an operation. It's just a notation to represent the operation. Just like I said, for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is just a notation, a label, like when we write the division sign, the multiplication sign, the addition or subtraction. These are just labels to denote what we're actually doing as a process. That's all this is, honestly. So that's the lesson for you guys today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you have a question about math or question for me in general, be sure to leave a comment down below. And if you like my content, be sure to hit the bell button next to the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another math video. So this has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino, and math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities.